Welcome to Dream Agent Academy and welcome to another day of the 5 day challenge. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the customer avatar and who and why you need to do this homework and why this is important. And I will start by saying this by asking you the following question: what separates $1 million business from struggling one? And the answer is simple: clarity on who they serve. So this is not just any exercise. This is a fundamental work you need to do. Anybody who thinks that they can sell their policy to anybody, any family with a pulse, who they have two kids and who they have job and they're making 50K a year and this and that, I think they are mistaken, because if we are not able to choose the right market, then it's hard for us to choose the right avatar and the right market. Then it's hard for us to match our message to our markets. Okay, so with that being said, I will start by speaking about the first. We have two major exercise. The first one is the demographics and psychographics. So I will give you just a quick overview about, because there are too many questions you need to answer. You need to take time to sit down, take time and answer those questions. So I will give you just a little bit overview, and then we move into the niche product customer, and then we're going to be talking about the desire, identification of the desire, and finding out the question that help us identify what niche we want to work with and what product, what customer. Okay, so with that being said, let me share my screen. All right, there we go. Okay, so the customer avatar 360, it's really comprehensive document that you're going to be able to download. It's going to be below on the link below, and you can download it. And you can also download it, go back to your email. If you forgot where it is, you can go back to your email. I will be emailing it to you inside the 5 day challenge. So the first thing that we want to understand inside the once we start building our dream customer, our ideal, it's called ICP, ideal prospect client, ideal persona, ideal client persona. That's it. Ideal client ICP, ideal client persona. The first thing we want to do is we want to understand their demographics. Let me take that back and say something. You are not necessarily going to answer all these questions, because there are a lot. Okay, you are not necessarily asked to answer all these questions, but what you ask is you want to make sure that you are putting enough effort so that once the picture, because the picture doesn't happen overnight. You answer today some questions, the next day you answer a few questions, and eventually the idea of who you want to work with start to narrow down and start to get more clarity on it. And that's where you get to the level where you understand exactly who you want to do business with. And even at that point, after 6 months, year of working with specific ideal customer persona, eventually that customer will change, because they change depending on where we are in our journey and what kind of money we want to make. And there are so many considerations that change that persona. But at the beginning, we want to make sure that we are at least understanding who is the perfect persona. So demographics, we want to understand their occupation, their industry, we want to understand their age and gender, want to make sure where they are located geographically, but also we want to make sure where they hang out online. So that's their location that they go to interact with like-minded people, to get information, to learn new things. Where are those locations? And the average annual income, so what kind of money these people they make. These questions are very, very important, because it allow us, because if we speak to, let's say, if you want to target accountant, so if we answer all these questions and we get to the average annual income, then we want to speak to only accountants who've been doing this for the last 10 years and who make at least $1 million plus. Then the whole picture, the whole target avatar is going to change, and where we're gonna and the message we're going to be delivered is going to be changed, is going to be different, and everything is going to be different. So that's why this is very, very important. Next is psychographics, and here we want to speak about want to understand what the goals of our dream customer, what their fears, what their life beliefs, their values, their favorite books, favorite magazine, favorite blogs, Facebook pages, favorite YouTubes. What do they Google? What conferences or event do they go to? Who do they idolize? What authors, teachers, or experts do they follow? Where is their fantasy vacation? So all these are questions that you want to put some effort asking and put in some answers, and those the one the answer the questions you don't have answer for, you just leave it for a while, and eventually it will come to you. Next, we want to go a little bit deeper. Now you have a deep understanding of your ideal customer avatar, but that isn't enough. We need to understand what is it like to live as your avatar? What does it feel to like to live life in their shoes through their eyes? And more specifically, what will they feel when they see your offer or purchase your product and service? What is going through their head during the decision making process? What are their specific objections? Why do they need your product or services? So there is a lot of questions here. So these, you want to read this and take time to answer one question at a time, so that you can build. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It comes with slowly, and it comes with putting effort into it on a daily basis. Then the fourth part is define exactly your client profile. So this is based on Russell Brunson exact strategy. Now that we understand the full perspective about our future customer, we need to define her to uh, we need to define her in a very precise manner. What is your avatar's name? What is your dream customer is passionate about? What are their goals? What do they desire the most? Health, wealth, relationships. What products are your dream customers are currently using from competitors? So here, for example, what do they desire the most? Health, wealth, relationship. So in this, for example, in this part, you want to be speaking to people who are obviously who are more connected to their relationships, who value relationships, who they have families, who they think their families comes before everybody else. So that gives you more inclined about who this person is in the first place. What pain are they in? What do they hate about the vehicle they are using to achieve their desires? So there is like 17 questions here, and the more you answer, you are not going to be able to answer all these questions, but the more you answer, the better you'll have a chance to create a better understanding about this ideal customer or this ideal client persona. So the second, document I would like to share with you is a document about the niche product and customer. So, what is the niche product and customer? We want to understand. We want to ask questions that goes and tackles questions that are related to these three things: the niche, the product, and the customer. So, we want to ask for questions. For example, what are their current core set of problems? What have they tried to fix them? What are they fed up with? What are their dreams? Any basic demographics, location, Asian, gender, relationship. Understand that there are few things that overlap. There are some questions that overlap with the prior exercise, but that's the goal. The goal is to reinforce your message and reinforce that dream customer in your head so that you can get clarity on him or her. What new plan can your product show them? How is your product different from what they have seen before? Why should they act now, and what is the cost of them not acting? Where are they on the awareness spectrum regarding buying your products? Are they unaware, problem aware, solution aware, sophisticated, or product aware? What do my potential customer care about? What challenge do they face? What do they worry about? What makes their lives easier and what important to their business. So these are questions regarding the customer, the niche customer and product. In terms of identifying the desire, there are here a few questions that will help you immensely become very sophisticated in the way you are asking your questions and speaking to the right people. So once you answer all these questions, it becomes easier to identify the desires. We do that by making sure to ask the right questions and invite revelations. So what am I truly selling? What's the marketing message behind it? We're going to be talking about how to create a marketing message right now. What's the main problem it solves? What are the tangible results it provides? Can you add time frame to reach those tangible results? What's the starting point of people needing the problem to be solved? What's their desired result? What was the epiphany your audience have when choosing their first vehicle? What's the alternative? Why it is superior to the last one they used? What are the two, four key mechanisms that make the thing work? So here you wanna keep digging. Stories. What's your origin story? What stories can you tell that will help emphasize the gap and showcase your solution? We want to change belief. We want to emphasize the problem we are solving for your audience. We want to make sure they remember us and our story. Don't be afraid to tell your stories over and over again. So you see, there are just questions that can help you understand exactly who is your dream customer and how you are able to ask those questions, and eventually those questions they will lead us to find that perfect customer who we want to work with at the end of the day. So here I want to highlight something that should help you a lot, which is matching matching our message to our market. Where is what I'm going to share screen? Okay, here we go. All right. So there are three things that I want to. This is a big exercise and it takes a lot of effort and time. But for beginning, if you can just answer these three questions, they will help you immensely set up your eye on the exact message that you will be able to repeat over and over again. And we find this message by asking the following question. Part one, the pain audit. So list the top three problems your ideal clients face that keep them awake at 3 a.m. Okay, this is very important. Not surface level issues, deep emotional pain that makes them desperate for a solution. For example, people are worried to death about leaving their families without income. That's something that's most people have to deal with. But if you can go a little bit deeper, these kind of questions, you it will be revealed to you by having conversations. If you are having conversations with clients, they will tell you exactly what's their deepest pain. If you just ask them, they will tell you exactly what is it that they fear and what keeps them awake until 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is the first question you want to make sure that you are honing on and asking. The second question that you need to ask is the promise statements. For each pain point, write one specific measurable promise. What transformation can you deliver, and what's their life look after working with you? So this is very, very cool exercise that will help you immensely make your message. And every time you put, for example, a post or you write something or you have a live, you always tackle these three things, and that moves the conversation, that moves your message to be received without feeling pushy or salesy or anything. It just comes natural. Okay. And the qualifier question, this is powerful. Can you create one question that instantly identify if someone is your ideal client? This exercise seems simple, but it's the difference between attracting random people and magnetizing perfect fit clients who pay premium prices. So try to complete this exercise, okay? This try to start with this exercise because this will help you get your juices going, and then move into the customer avatar, demographics, psychographics. Then you end up finish with the NPC, niche product, customer, and desire identification. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please make sure to leave them below or reach out to me inside the LinkedIn group. By the way, I leave always the LinkedIn group, the link in the bottom of every single video so that you can join us. If you haven't joined us, please do so. You'll be more than happy to do. Okay? Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.